Thank you, Greg. It's great to be home. On behalf of Fox Sports, which is proud to showcase the action at America's most beautiful road course, drivers, start your engines.
Thomas Annunziata brings us down for green. Mike Joy waves the green flag, and we're underway and in the grass on the approach to turn one. Oh, Annunziata locks it up. He goes around. Cruz goes around as well.
Unbelievable start. I think Lawless Allen had some brake lock up there. Maybe ran in the back of Annunziata.
Yeah, that is not the way our two road course ringers wanted to start this race. We saw Lawless Allen get off in the grass down the front stretch, get into the corner hot with that grass on the track, pushing Annunziata. Annunziata slid up. I don't know if he caught Brent Cruz or if that was kind of two incidents happening at one time, but definitely two of our fastest front runners having issues early.
So contrary to what we saw in the truck race, our front row ends up backwards in turn one on lap one, and we see a caution just 3 laps into the ARCA Menards Series contest.
A huge break, though, for Annunziata and Brent Cruz. I'll let them catch up with the field for sure.
Yeah, the other driver involved in that on the flip side, who has been very animated and frustrated, Annunziata. They're telling him, his team and his crew chief, calm down, focus, and take care of it.
Back underway, and there's the land rush to turn one. Corley way deep in the corner.
Woo! Could not keep it on the racetrack.
That's when confidence exceeds grip right there, guys.
Second verse, same as the first. Quarterly, though, is the one to get drop kicked down the running order. He keeps the car back on track. Lawless Allen, the leader. And how about this? The top 6, nose to tail, virtually locked together.
Well, this is what we hope for, right?
Hey, I'm glad Corey Heim's not in this race because he just jumped off in that truck race with a big lead. Here comes a lead change.
Oh, we see Lawless Allen trying to run a lawn down the front stretch. He doesn't give way, though, able to still get to the inside into turn one. But that's the ideal way to make a pass here. You can try in other places, but they can fight back the way it winds back and forth. Turn one, if you get to the inside, they don't really have a choice, Phil. You can run them up the racetrack. You can do a lot of things to complete that pass.
How about this battle right here? Annunziata, Brent Cruz side by side. Cruz on the inside with the advantage.
He's going to look to try to get both cars here of Annunziata and Brennan Queen through turn 3 on the outside, but now he'll be back on the inside for turn 4.
Butterbean said, where did these guys come from?
You get a look at them, both drivers walking away from the scene in what was, I would say, one of the worst places to have an incident, coming off a downhill run towards the tight right-hander to the main straightaway.
A little bit of contact between Anton in the 3 and Pompa in the 10. Pompa's going to sit there a while. What a job by that 6, LeVar Scott, avoiding that. Pompa sits in the middle of the racetrack, and you see the 97 of Kitzmiller come in. More than likely got there, saw him, tried to stab the brake, probably a little bit too much rear brake. Trevor, you mentioned during a commercial that it's a little bit off camber there.
Yeah, and it's tough to see, Phil, because there's so much elevation change. You're coming down a hill, a little bit of an arc into turn 7, and as you compress, he would have moved his eyes up and seen that 10 sitting there at the last second, jumped on the brakes, and the car's already on the limit. That's the corner where you hear the tires squealing every time they come through, and so as soon as he hit the brakes, car unloads, spins around, nothing he can do.
And there is the expected caution for the one and only race break with 34 laps to go after Alonde had worked up a 3-second advantage over a 4-car fight for second. It will be the one and only shot for race teams to make adjustments and saddle up for the second half of this race.
Again, you just got to make sure that communication is cleaned up to know, hey, pits are open, coming this time. You see everyone else was fortunate to still come down pit road. It's easy to follow the leader in those situations.
And remember now, this is his first ARCA Menards Series race, so obviously it's brand new to him. So that's incumbent on the crew chief and the spotters to say, hey, guy, you're coming in this time. We're pitting this time. You know, get in your pit box. We got 5 minutes. Don't speed or whatever. But they had to tell him to come down pit road, and unfortunately they didn't. And it probably will cost him a shot at the win.
Time to get back underway. 32 laps to go from Lime Rock, and it's Lawless Allen bringing us back to green.
Thomas Annunziata are behind. Oh, he pays it back to the 20 of Wallace Allen, runs him up the racetrack.
And that's going to shove Butterbean out wide and out of the top 5 as well. Annunziata back to the point, and that restart is under review by ARCA officials.
Remember, you cannot beat the leader to the start line. As Trevor mentioned, there's no restart zone. There's a restart line. You cannot beat him to that line. See Gimmel trying to move to the outside for a moment of the 20 of Wallace Allen.
Oh! Quarterly gets tagged by Brent Cruz and spins around off turn 6.
Keeps it going, does a nice job doing a 360.
Yeah, and we saw Del Quarterly and Brent Cruz get together off of turn 2. Then again there, Brent Cruz to the inside of turn 6, ran up over the curb, still clipped the 4 of Del Quarterly.
We stay green. Let's take a look at it. Right side of your screen. You see the 18 moves to the inside. He was up to his door, runs over the curb, and makes contact with Quarterly.
Caution number 4 is going to fly for Michael Maples, who has come to a stop in the Big Bend. And watch Alonde outside row 3. He's led the most laps today.
Oh.
Back underway with 17 to go. Cruz has the edge there at the line. And here's Allen peeking 3 wide to the inside, but he tucks back in line.
Strong move on the outside by Cruz.
They get pushed wide by Annunziata, but going to be able to take second place back. A lot of pressure on Annunziata through 3. Now he's going to be on the outside through 4. Not exactly where he wants to be if he can cross back over to get under him on exit.
And he does just that, and contact there off the corner as the restart's under review. Cruz muscles his way to the race lead.
What a great move by Cruz.
And
Talked about the fact that you could not beat the leader to the restart line. That's exactly what the ARCA officials have called. He will have to make a pass-through penalty.
He bounced his way to the race lead, but he's going to get drop kicked to the tail. Penalty coming for Cruz as Allen and Butterbean are side by side for 3rd. And Cruz will serve the penalty this time by.
I mean, you can just feel the pit that has to be in Brent Cruz's stomach right now after everything he's fought through this weekend on the truck side here in ARCA. Let's take a look at this restart.
We talked about how critical. Look, he's ahead already there. I think he was obviously. ARCA officials had to make that call. He was definitely ahead of him when he got to the restart line.
Yeah, so hard to see that because the restart is in the corner, and if you're on the outside, you may have a little bit more drive in that preferred lane where the bottom has some trash, but hard to tell from that view exactly.
Butterbean is doing a really nice job getting off turn 7.
Oh, bit of wheel hop there. And he's off course.
Maybe not as much going in turn 1 as he was off turn 7.
And how much does it cost him? He lost 2nd today. Lawless Allen appears to have gotten by as well.
It's going to cost him a couple spots for sure.
It's about a 3-hour drive back to Colts Neck, New Jersey, and that's where Thomas Annunziata is going to bring the trophy. Checkered flag and first career win at Lime Rock Park for Thomas Annunziata.